Hello, and welcome to the SIMN University of London. My name is Sylvia Yeo, and as Assistant Director for Higher Education, I warmly welcome you. It's been 35 years since we started this collaboration with the University of London. Yes, you are our 35th intake, and I know you're probably not born yet. Well, whether you are with us for 2 years or 3 years, we hope that you will seize the now, the opportunity to broaden your horizon and find yourself. It is true, there are many opportunities at SIM, and we want you to participate in as many as possible. We send our students all over the world, not just locally for competitions. You can even go to Hong Kong, Bucharest, Boston, or Mexico. We are in league with the big boys for the World University Games, the Singapore University Games. So during this coronavirus pandemic, I know our activities may be more limited, but there is definitely something still for everyone. So, before you know it, you'll be doing your final examinations and graduating. While you are with us, we hope you will seize the now. Welcome once again.
We are pleased to have you join us at the University of London. This induction talk will help you prepare for your undergraduate journey ahead. To begin, this is an overview of the important dates and events that students who are not taking the bridging course should take note of during their first academic year. On the 12th to 16th of July, there will be a freshman orientation day for new students. For local students that have already accepted their UOL degree student contract by end of June, a self-service class enrollment exercise will be held on 7th to 8th of July. International students and local students who accept their contract later would participate in this exercise from 28th to 29th of July instead. This enrollment exercise allows students to choose which class time slots they want to be enrolled in during their academic year. More details will be covered later in this talk. In August to mid-September, pre-sessional lectures will be conducted for certain Year 1 modules via e-learning for all new students. Further details will be sent to your student email. At around mid-August, the SIM course fee payment deadline for your first academic year will be due. For the exact date, please check your student invoice in SIMConnect after you have enrolled in your classes during SSCE. At the same time, UOL will be sending registration emails and UOL portal login details to you via your student email. The registration email will contain information on how to complete your UOL application fee and initial registration fee payment, which is due latest by 30th of November. After the payment of the UOL fees, you would have access to the UOL Virtual Learning Environment, or VLE for short, as well as the UOL online subject guides. Full-time classes will begin on the 10th of August for local students that have already accepted their student contract. For international students and local students that accept their student contract later, full-time and part-time classes will begin on 13th of September. For students who are taking the bridging course, please take note of the following dates. Your bridging results will be released in mid to late August, after which you would be offered your bachelor's degree student contract for your acceptance. Your self-service class enrollment exercise will be held in September, and your freshman orientation day would be held in September as well. At around the end of September, the SIM course fee payment deadline for your first academic year will be due. For the exact date, please check your student invoice in SIMConnect after you have enrolled in your classes during SSCE. In October, UOL will be sending registration emails to you via your student email. The registration email will contain information on how to complete your UOL application fee and initial registration fee payment, which is due latest by 30th of November. After the payment of the UOL fees, UOL will email the UOL portal login details to you, in which you would now have access to the UOL Virtual Learning Environment, or VLE for short, as well as the UOL online subject guides. Full-time classes and part-time classes will begin on 13th of September. As you progress through the academic year, the next important date to note would be the UOL exam registration and payment to RELC on the first week of January. Details will be emailed to your student email. Classes will end in January or February, and the SIM prelim examinations will begin in February and March. In March and April, UK revision and local revision classes will be conducted by both your local lecturers as well as UK academics. There will also be webinar revision for selected subjects. The UOL main examination begins in May, and the examination results are released in mid-August, after which the SSCE exercise for your second year of studies will run in end August or early September, where you would enroll in classes for your second year. Your student invoices will be made available to you to complete course fee payment to SIM, and you will need to register and pay the UOL continuing registration fees to UOL before term begins in mid-September. SIM works very closely with UOL, LSE, and RELC to provide students with the academic support required throughout their academic journey here. The infographic below summarizes how SIM, UOL, LSE, and RELC work together. Students complete their registration via the UOL Student Portal, and the exam administration is handled by UOL. Your degree is also awarded by UOL. LSE provides academic direction by constantly reviewing the curriculum and subject guides to ensure that it remains relevant to the industry, as well as setting the examinations. RELC is the examination authority for UOL in Singapore and conducts the UOL main examinations. It is also where you will collect your degree certificates after completing your degree. SIM conducts the lectures, workshops, preliminary examinations, and is the first contact point for students who need academic support or advice. As Singapore's leading private education institute, SIM's purpose is to empower individuals and organizations to learn and thrive across stages. It is SIM's vision to be the learning organization of choice for every learner. SIM is also proud to announce the opening of the University of London SIM Global Education Regional Centre in 2018, highlighting the close partnership between UOL and SIM in providing young adults with quality education in Singapore. There are 4 important areas that students must take note of throughout their study, namely SIMConnect, MyMail, the Self-Service Class Enrollment, or SSCE for short, the SIM course fee payment, the UOL Student Portal and UOL Initial Registration, and finally, the UOL Examination Entry. MyMail refers to your SIM student email. It is the official account for all email correspondences between SIM and you. Please make sure to check your MyMail regularly, as important updates will be sent from SIM and UOL to your student email only. If you have any questions, you can contact our staff by emailing students@sim.edu.sg. This is the SIMConnect login page for the SIM Student Portal. You may access this website via the link shown on the slide. Please note that the password for SIMConnect, SIM attendance apps, and the SIM campus Wi-Fi are all the same. You will be using SIMConnect mainly to enroll in your classes, access your class timetable and lecture notes, keep yourself updated on the latest news, make payments for your course fees, track your monthly attendance, and many more. This is what your homepage in SIMConnect would look like after logging in. On the top right, click Contact Us to access your My Mail. On the leftmost column, you can keep yourself updated on the latest SIM Institute-wide activities under General News. Important notices for UOL students will be under the UOL News tab. Please make sure to check the news daily to ensure that you do not miss out on any important information. To view your class timetable, please select My Apps on the topmost bar. Then, select Self-Service and Student Center to view your academics. Select the drop-down list and click Personalized Timetable to view your schedule. To access your SIM lecture notes, select the hyperlink under the section column for each subject as shown in a picture below. There are many quick reference guides available in SIMConnect for students to refer to on how to navigate the different SIMConnect functions. This includes access to the SIM-GE Student Handbook, SIM-UOL Program Handbook, UOL website, and UOL Student Portal. You may access these by clicking on the Resources tab on the topmost bar. The quick reference guides are listed on the leftmost column, and the program handbooks on the right. We highly recommend for you to read through the program handbooks and familiarize yourself with the program regulations. Online classes will be conducted using the Kaltura platform. You can access Kaltura by logging in from the eGlobal website. By default, your eGlobal login username will be your SIMConnect username without @mymail.sim.edu.sg. The password will be your SIMConnect password. To access your lecture notes in eGlobal, click on the course under My Courses, followed by Content on the navigation bar, and then select Course Materials. To attend online classes on eGlobal, click on Kaltura from the navigation bar and select Media Gallery. To join a lecture that is being conducted live, click on A. Join Meeting. For lesson recordings or uploaded published media from your lecturers, it will appear at B. When you enter a Kaltura room for the first time, you will be prompted to adjust your settings. Please ensure to log in early and follow the instructions on this slide for your device settings. You may refer to the links provided to read up on the eGlobal and Kaltura user guides. If you need technical support, please write in to servicedesk@sim.edu.sg or call their hotline at 6248-9090. For students accessing Kaltura using a browser on a computer, please take note of the technical requirements for both Windows and Apple Mac OS for the best experience. You can also use your mobile devices to access Kaltura. Android and iPhone or iPad users should take note of the technical requirements for the best experience. However, please note that depending on the screen size, Kaltura may not be viewable on mobile phones. It is best to use a tablet if you are accessing Kaltura using a mobile device. Any news or updates on Kaltura will be shared under the eGlobal News section when you log into eGlobal. The Self-Service Class Enrollment, or SSCE for short, is an exercise conducted for students to select their courses and class time slots for the upcoming academic year. Before the SSCE exercise, we highly recommend students to read up on the UOL program regulations to better understand the rules and regulations governing the UOL undergraduate degrees. It is also recommended that students look up the course information for courses that they are planning to take, as each course will have differing prerequisites, exclusion clauses, and assessment methods. A complete list of courses offered in SIM for the 2021-2022 academic year is available for students to refer to in SIMConnect as well. In the program regulations, you would be able to view your degree structure. It is important to know your degree structure well, as it dictates which courses you can or cannot take to fulfill each line of your degree structure. For Year 1 students, you should enroll in Level 100 courses. Please note that you are only permitted to enroll in a maximum of 4 new courses per academic year. Students who are enrolled in the following degree programs should take note. Students in a Bachelor's of Science in Data Science and Business Analytics program do not need to take part in the SSCE exercise. Classes will be assigned to you, and your timetable will be published in SIMConnect before SSCE. Students in a Bachelor's of Science in Economics and Economics in Finance should take note that you will be pre-allocated to your Statistics 1 and 2 classes to ensure that you are being taught by the same lecturer for both courses. You will still take part in the SSCE exercise to enroll for your remaining 3 full courses for Year 1. Please do not attempt to change your Statistics 1 and 2 classes during the SSCE exercise. If you are unsure when you will be taking part in the SSCE exercise, you can check SIMConnect for your enrollment appointment dates. For bachelor's degree full-time local students who have accepted the contract by end of June, bachelor's degree part-time students, and graduate diploma part-time students, your SSCE exercise will take place from 7th to 8th of July. For international students, bachelor's degree full-time graduate entry students, and graduate diploma full-time students, your SSCE exercise will take place from 28th to 29th of July. Students who complete their bridging courses will take part in the SSCE exercise in mid-September. Please ensure to check your enrollment appointment dates in SIMConnect nearer to the launch dates, as you will be given specific time slots to enroll in your classes. To check when you would be able to do your SSCE exercise, please go to SIMConnect and select My Apps and Self-Service. Your SSCE enrollment appointment will be shown in the rightmost column as demonstrated in the picture. To help students participating in the SSCE exercise, we have prepared a SSCE demonstration video as well as a quick reference guide. You may watch the video via the link on the slide. The quick reference guide is available under the Resource tab in SIMConnect. Classes take place on weekdays and Saturdays, as shown in the table here. Please note that the available class time slot varies from course to course. This table shows the estimated program fees for students who are required to complete 12 full courses. Please note that there are 3 entities that students are required to complete payment to throughout the academic year. First, the SIM course fees in Sing dollars payable to SIM before term begins. Second, the UOL application and registration fees in sterling pounds payable to UOL by 30th of November for Year 1 students and 1st of November for subsequent years of study. Third, the UOL examination fees in Sing dollars payable to RELC in January. This table shows the estimated program fees for students who have exemptions for 4 courses and are only required to complete 8 full courses. This is also applicable for bridging students who have passed their bridging course to get exemptions for 4 courses. As mentioned previously, please note that there are 3 entities that students are required to complete payment to throughout the academic year. First, the SIM course fees in Sing dollars payable to SIM before term begins. Second, the UOL application and registration fees in sterling pounds payable to UOL by 30th of November for Year 1 students and 1st of November for subsequent years of study. Third, the UOL examination fees in Sing dollars payable to RELC in January. This table shows the estimated program fees for graduate diploma students who will be taking 4 full courses. Please note that there are 3 entities that students are required to complete payment to throughout the academic year. First, the SIM course fees in Sing dollars payable to SIM before term begins. Second, the UOL application and registration fees in sterling pounds payable to UOL by 30th of November. Third, the UOL examination fees in Sing dollars payable to RELC in January. Please note that there is a minimum class attendance requirement. International students must ensure that their monthly class attendance is at least 90%. Otherwise, it may affect their students' pass. Local students should ensure that their monthly class attendance is at least 75%. Students are required to download the SIM Attendance app to register their attendance for classes. In order to mark your attendance, your phone location and Bluetooth must be switched on. For bridging students, you can register your attendance within 30 minutes before and after classes begin to be marked as present. For degree students, you can register your attendance within 30 minutes before and 1 hour after classes begin to be marked as present. To view your attendance, you can do so in SIMConnect via View My Student Attendance. Please refer to the quick reference guide on self-service attendance on how to view your attendance and appeal for classes that you have missed. It is the responsibility of every student to ensure that your attendance is marked each time you attend class. If there are any discrepancies in your attendance, you may submit an online appeal. In the event that you have missed classes due to sickness, etc., you may submit an online appeal and attach supporting documents such as a medical certificate as proof. This must be done within 48 hours from the date of absence. However, please note that not marking attendance due to reasons such as forgetting to bring your phone or missing classes due to reasons such as vacation or religion-related holidays will be considered as absent. International students who need to leave Singapore during the academic year must email SIM for approval before booking your air ticket and leaving Singapore. You may scan the QR codes provided on this slide to download the SIM Attendance mobile app, which is available in Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. You will need your SIMConnect user ID and password to log in. Once you have logged into the app using your SIMConnect login ID and password, you will be brought to the interface shown here, where you would be able to access your e-student card and mark your attendance using the e-attendance option. In the event that you forget your password, you will need to reset your password from the SIMConnect homepage. Please note that it may take up to 30 minutes for your password to be reset. Do not try to reset your password at the last minute. To recap, you can check your class attendance in SIMConnect by following the steps shown here. Select My Apps on the topmost bar. Click Student Center to be brought to your academic page. Click on the drop-down list and select View My Attendance to check your class attendance. In the event that you have missed classes due to sickness, etc., you may submit an online appeal for your attendance. First, You will need to log into SIMConnect and follow the steps mentioned in the previous slide to view your attendance. Select the class that you have missed to submit your attendance appeal. You will be required to upload and attach any supporting documents such as medical certificates when submitting the appeal. Your appeal will be processed only after the supporting document has been verified. You can check My Mail for the online verification status. For a complete guide on how to submit your attendance appeal, you may download the guide provided in SIMConnect Attendance Appeal page. We will now cover the essential functions which students would be using in the UOL Student Portal, as well as go through how to complete payment for the UOL Initial Registration Fee and the UOL Examination Fee. This is how the UOL Student Portal login page looks like. You may access the page using the link provided on this slide. As mentioned previously, all UOL students are required to complete the UOL registration fee to UOL in sterling pounds. For Year 1 students, the UOL Initial Registration Fee, or IRF for short, final deadline will be by 30th of November. UOL will email the registration link and UOL portal login details to your MyMail after the SSCE exercise. Please log in and make sure to register for the same courses as the one you are enrolled in SIM before making payment to UOL by 30th of November. If you miss this deadline, a penalty fee will be imposed by UOL. After payment, you will be given access to the VLE platform and online subject guides, as well as be allowed to complete the exam entry exercise in January. Again, please make sure to complete payment by 30th of November. Otherwise, you will not be registered for your courses this year and cannot complete your exam entry. Near the end of December, details on how to complete the exam entry exercise will be posted in SIMConnect under UOL News. Please read and familiarize yourself with the procedures before the exam entry exercise in January. In early January, students who have registered and paid the UOL registration fee back in November will be able to register for their examinations in the UOL Student Portal and make payment to RELC. In mid-April, UOL will email the admission notice to students. RELC will email students with the exam venue details. Examinations are normally held at the Singapore Expo and begin in May. Please note that students who miss the January exam entry exercise will not be able to sit for the examinations. There are no makeup examinations, and the next examination would be 1 year later. There may also be more than one examination on the same day, depending on the courses you have enrolled in and the examination schedule. Your examination papers will be marked in UK by the team at LSE. The UOL examination results will be released in mid-August via UOL's secured website. In order to access your results, you will need your UOL student number, your UOL candidate number, and your date of birth. UOL will upload the notification of results, or NOR for short, via the UOL Student Portal, and results will be accessible in SIMConnect in late August. To encourage integration within the UOL student community and provide opportunities for UOL students to step up as team leaders, SIM Student Development is pleased to extend an invitation to all new students to participate in the virtual Freshman Orientation Day held on the 12th to 16th of July. Further details will be shared to you via MyMail, so please keep an eye out for an email invitation sent by the SIM Student Development. Pre-sessional workshops and online pre-sessional lectures will be held for the following Year 1 courses: Introduction to Economics and Mathematics 1. More information will be emailed to students after they have enrolled into the courses during the SSCE exercise. To help keep track of the important checkpoints and dates, you can refer to this table, which lists the events in chronological order. Students who are planning on applying for a bank loan should write into SIM and request for a fee schedule letter before your SSCE exercise, as the bank loan application typically takes 4 to 6 weeks to be processed and approved. International students should also take note to complete their documents verification at SIM headquarters before classes commence. Please remember to bring the original copy of your transcripts, certificates, passport identification, etc. For information on the SIM policies and CPE related matters, you may refer to the SIMGE Student Handbook available in SIMConnect. Please select the Resources tab in the topmost bar to access the Student Handbook, which has detailed information on SIM policies as listed here. Here in SIM, we believe that learning should not only take place in the classroom, but go beyond that to bring a well-balanced experience to your student life. We are pleased to share one of SIM's initiatives, Project 1095, with 24 hours in one day, 365 days in 1 year, and 1095 days in your 3 years at SIM as a student. Project 1095 aims to hone the abilities, adaptability, and employability of SIM students by teaming up with career development, global learning, student development, and student care to organize activities for our students. SIM Student Development supports the students' artistic and athletic pursuits. With over 70 student clubs and societies, students have many opportunities to step up and develop into leaders. There is a wide variety of clubs to choose from, ranging from the arts, sports, international students clubs, SIM-UOL Student Council, as well as special interest clubs. You may be interested in some of these clubs which are directly relevant to the degree you are pursuing. Students taking accounting and finance may wish to consider joining the SIM Accounting Association. Banking and finance and business management students may be interested in the SIM Investment and Networking Club. Students in data science and business analytics can consider joining the SIM Data Analysis Club to participate in their many data analytics workshops. Economics students may also consider joining the SIM Economics Society as well. For international relations and economics and politics students, there is the SIM International Affairs Society. Students taking management and digital innovation could try out the SIM IT Club as well. Last but not least, we encourage all UOL students to consider joining the SIM UOL Student Representative Council, SIM AIE-SEC, and SIM Student Toastmasters to gain invaluable leadership experience and skills during your period of study here at SIM. For more information on how to join the various student clubs, you can email the Student Involvement Center at student-involvement@sim.edu.sg. Alternatively, you can also pay them a visit on campus. The SIC is located at SIM Block B, Level 1, opposite the Subway restaurant. Do take note of their opening hours before paying them a visit to avoid disappointment. The Office of Global Learning at SIM also offers the opportunity for SIM students to pursue studies overseas via their summer and winter semesters abroad. Cultural festivals and workshops are also organized in SIM to allow students to broaden their horizons by coming into contact with cultures from all around the globe. The Career Development Office at SIM provides career guidance and internship opportunities for SIM students. Some of the services offered include providing workshops that help students to gain a practical understanding of the working world. These programs help students in making the transition from academic life to their career of choice. Career development also reaches out to industry and corporate partners to create internship or employment opportunities for students. Platforms such as the SIM Career and Internship Fair, company talks, and visits are organized to allow students to network with and learn more about the current industry employers. SIM believes that healthy, well-balanced, and effective individuals are more likely to do well in life. Student Care at SIM regularly organizes programs to encourage healthy living, wellness, stress management, and the development of other soft skills that will boost the well-being of students at SIM. Student Care also offers a student counseling service for students who may wish to talk to someone if they feel troubled or stressed. You can visit the Student Wellness Center at SIM Block B, Level 2, Room 2.11. Please note that due to the current COVID-19 situation, the Student Wellness Center is not open for walk-in consultation. You can write to them at care@sim.edu.sg. We have included some useful contacts that students may wish to take note of during their study here at SIM. In this slide, you can find the email contacts for Career Service, Global Learning, and Student Care. Last but not least, the one-stop location for students who need to clarify any administrative questions can approach Student Services. They are located at SIM Block B Level 1 and are open on weekdays from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They are open on Saturdays as well from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But please note that Student Services is closed on Sundays and public holidays. Please note that due to the current COVID-19 situation, Student Services is not open for walk-in consultation. You can call Student Services using the contact numbers listed on this slide or email them at students@sim.edu.sg. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best in your studies here at the Singapore Institute of Management.